Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. I wish I could spend more than a few minutes with you, but the polls don't close in the East for another hour, and there are plenty of election results still left to falsify.
In the hit TV show The West Wing, President Josiah Bartlett's Secret Service codename was Eagle, but in real life, some presidents have been less soaring eagles and more like pesky pigeons for their protective details. From demanding divas to temperamental tyrants, the men and women of the Secret Service have seen it all. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the commanders-in-chief who gave their protectors the biggest headaches. Lyndon B. Johnson.
I don't want to debate with you, my friend. I love you, but you know goddamn well when I ask them not to make me notify them publicly so it wouldn't be in the papers.
Well,
you know, I know what I'm doing. And,
frankly,
you know, and we screwed it up. This damn fool Humphrey put that paragraph on. I told Albert to get it off, cut it off.
Lyndon B. Johnson was known for his crude behavior and lack of boundaries, which often made life difficult for his Secret Service detail. Agents assigned to LBJ had to deal with his penchant for conducting meetings while using the bathroom, leaving the door open for all to see and hear. This lack of privacy not only made agents uncomfortable, but also posed security challenges. Perhaps most infamously, Johnson was known to urinate in public, sometimes even on the legs of Secret Service agents. One story recounts how an agent complained about being sprayed, to which LBJ allegedly replied, "That's my prerogative." This blatant disrespect for personal boundaries and professional decorum made Johnson a particularly challenging president to protect. Additionally, Johnson's impulsive behavior and desire to mingle with crowds often caught his team off guard. He would frequently plunge into throngs of people without warning, leaving agents scrambling to maintain a secure perimeter. Richard Nixon.
Because people have got to know whether or not their president is a crook. Well, I'm not a crook. I've earned everything I've got.
Richard Nixon's paranoia and distrust of others extended to his Secret Service detail, creating a challenging work environment for his protectors. Nixon was known to be suspicious of everyone around him, including those tasked with ensuring his safety. Agents assigned to Nixon often found themselves caught in the middle of his secretive and sometimes unethical behavior. They were expected to maintain absolute discretion about the president's activities, even when those activities pushed ethical boundaries. This put agents in the uncomfortable position of potentially being complicit in wrongdoing. Nixon's infamous taping system in the White House also caused problems for the Secret Service. Agents had to be constantly aware of what they said and where they said it, knowing their words might be recorded without their consent or knowledge. This created an atmosphere of constant tension and self-censorship. And Nixon's erratic behavior during the final days of his presidency posed significant challenges for his security team. As the Watergate scandal unfolded, Nixon became increasingly unstable and unpredictable. Agents had to be on high alert for potential self-harm or other dangerous behavior. Donald Trump.
No, not you. Not you. Your organization's terrible. Your organization's terrible. Let's go. Go ahead. Quiet. Quiet. Go ahead. She's asking a question. Don't be rude. Don't be rude.
Donald Trump's presidency presented unique challenges for the Secret Service, largely due to his unconventional lifestyle and business interests. Trump's frequent trips to his own properties, such as Mar-a-Lago and various golf courses, required extensive security preparations and strained the agency's resources. One of the most controversial aspects of Trump's relationship with the Secret Service was the issue of lodging costs. The agency was reportedly charged high rates for rooms at Trump-owned properties when accompanying the president, raising ethical concerns and depleting the Secret Service's budget. Trump's large family and their business activities also stretched the agency thin, with multiple adult children requiring protection while traveling for both personal and business reasons. The Secret Service struggled to keep up with the demands on their personnel and resources. The COVID-19 pandemic added another layer of complexity to protecting Trump. His insistence on holding large rallies and events, often against public health advice, put agents at risk of exposure to the virus. This culminated in a controversial drive-by greeting of supporters outside Walter Reed Hospital while Trump was being treated for COVID-19, potentially exposing the agents in the vehicle with him. Lastly, the events of January 6th presented an unprecedented challenge for the Secret Service. Trump's actions leading up to and during the Capitol riot put agents in the difficult position of balancing their duty to protect the president with their oath to uphold the Constitution. George W. Bush.
We got an issue in America. Too many good docs are getting out of business. Too many OBGYNs aren't able to practice their love with women all across this country.
While George W. Bush was generally considered respectful to his Secret Service detail, his passion for outdoor activities and exercise often created challenges for his protectors. Bush's love for mountain biking in particular was a source of constant concern for the agents tasked with keeping him safe. The president frequently insisted on tackling difficult and sometimes dangerous bike trails, putting his security team in precarious positions. Agents had to navigate rough terrain while maintaining a protective perimeter, often struggling to keep up with the fitness enthusiast president. These outings not only posed physical risks to Bush, but also made it difficult for the Secret Service to respond quickly in case of an emergency. Bush's determination to continue his outdoor activities, even in the face of heightened scrutiny following the 9/11 attacks, added extra stress to his protective detail. Agents had to constantly adapt their protocols to accommodate the president's desire for normalcy in his recreational pursuits. And his ranch in Crawford, Texas, presented its own set of challenges. The sprawling property required extensive security measures, and the president's frequent visits there strained agency resources. While Bush wasn't intentionally difficult, his stubborn insistence on maintaining his active lifestyle and spending time in less secure locations, like his ranch, created ongoing headaches for the Secret Service. Barack Obama.
Because milk was somehow classified as an oil. With a rule like that, I guess it was worth crying over spilled milk.
Barack Obama's presidency brought new challenges to the Secret Service, largely due to his embrace of social media and technology. Obama's insistence on keeping his BlackBerry and later his iPhone was a constant source of friction with his security team. The potential for hacking or tracking the president's location through his personal device kept cybersecurity experts and Secret Service agents on high alert. Obama was often reluctant to part with his phone or limit his use of it. The president's love for impromptu public appearances, often announced via social media, caused significant stress for his protective detail. These surprise outings, while popular with the public, left little time for proper security sweeps and preparation. Agents frequently found themselves scrambling to secure locations on short notice, increasing the risk of overlooking potential threats. Obama's penchant for walking outside the White House gates to nearby destinations like burger joints or coffee shops was particularly problematic. These unscheduled walks forced agents to quickly clear paths and secure areas that hadn't been prepared in advance. The Obama family's active lifestyle also presented challenges. Frequent trips to Hawaii, the First Lady's public health initiatives, and the daughter's school and extracurricular activities all required extensive security planning and resources. And Obama's historic status as the first African-American president necessitated an increased security presence due to a higher volume of threats. While Obama wasn't intentionally difficult, his desire to maintain a sense of normalcy and stay connected with the public often clashed with security protocols. Jimmy Carter.
It is a crisis of confidence. It is a crisis that strikes at the very heart and soul and spirit of our national will. We can see this crisis in the growing doubt about the meaning of our own lives and in the loss of a unity of purpose for our nation.
Carter's presidency presented a different kind of challenge. Known for his frugality and down-to-earth nature, Carter often resisted the trappings of presidential security, much to the frustration of his protective detail. He frequently insisted on carrying his own luggage and doing tasks that the Secret Service would typically handle for security reasons. This stubbornness sometimes led to tense situations where agents had to balance respecting the president's wishes with fulfilling their protective duties. The president's desire to maintain a connection with ordinary Americans sometimes put him at odds with security protocols. He would often mingle with crowds without warning, shake hands with strangers, and even invite people to his home in Plains, Georgia. These actions gave his security team constant anxiety. His insistence on teaching Sunday school in his hometown church throughout his presidency and post-presidency also created recurring security challenges. Now it's time to hear from you. Which president do you think would be the most challenging to protect? Let us know in the comments section below.